How many of you have noticed in episode 13 of season 40 the number of times that players have come together and plotted or planned a particular vote relatively early? Like, not on their way to tribal council, maybe not even the morning of tribal council, maybe a few days ahead or something to that extent. I think there is inherent danger in doing something like that. Certainly, if you're aware that you're doing that and are somewhat comfortable that you have the ability to recognize that that's happening and you can watch it as the time unfolds prior to tribal council, and you're involved to make sure that you aren't the target and to make sure that there is somewhat of a comfortable way to kind of get through the next few hours or couple of days, whatever it happens to be, then there are reasons to engage in these plans to target a particular person or whatever. But there's something really important to understand about anything with respect to planning and the game of Survivor. I've said this a number of times with respect to people who approach me for guidance prior to going on the show. The idea of planning is something that most people think of as a mature, necessary, if not invaluable tool. And while I'll agree that's true to some extent, you must have some sort of a general understanding or plan as to how you're going to interact, how you're going to proceed, with whom you're going to work, etc. I'm really, really hesitant to help people become so competent and confident in their planning that they lose sight of the idea. In reality, plans mean almost nothing in this game. The key to surviving in this game of Survivor is to recognize that your plan is really not what a plan is in real life. It is a template maybe to look at and to hope you're moving toward, but at every moment you must consider whether or not that direction, that set of actions, those choices you think you're about to make are the ones most appropriate to make. And so, different from typically the way we plan and what we think of as our agenda and then our plan, moving from it, tossing it out and turning in a completely different direction is something not only to be expected or anticipated, it's something that is a must. You, as the effective player, need to know within the context of anyone's plan, yours or someone else's, there may come a time or many times in the implementation of some particular plan that you veer intentionally off course, or unintentionally someone else veers off course and you're required to react. So, as we look at people who plan for a particular person to be targeted at a tribal council, the earlier that's done, I think the more opportunity for it not to pan out as planned is something that should be considered. Which is not to say I'm advising don't try to make those plans early. Feel free, make them. I would talk about what it makes sense to do now, 2 or 3 days before tribal council. I would take the temperature of those playing around me to make sure they were on board, or more important, maybe it was even their idea and I was supporting it. but I would never consider it something etched in stone. I wouldn't consider it etched in ice cream. I would consider it something that we're thinking might work and moving toward together until 5 minutes from now when I learn something new. That's the nature of this game. 80% of you who are listening to these videos have not subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe. Just hit the subscription button and hit the notification button, and you'll be informed when I have another video up for you to listen to. After you've subscribed, comment. Comment positively, comment negatively. No holds barred. Just say what you're thinking. That's what will make our exchange even more valuable. As I'm able, I'll create new videos responsive to that commentary. So like away, or dislike on that rare occasion you may feel the need to do so. But either way, thank you.